Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, I'm Yori and I upload new content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday Central Standard Time. So I hope you'll enjoy my little makeup family. Today I'm here with another installment of my 2 Looks 1 palette series, and today I'm featuring the Desert Dusk palette. So if you're interested in seeing the Desert Dusk palette for day, as well as the Desert Dusk palette for play, then just keep on watching. So today I want to go for an all matte look, and that's the reason why I'm doing my eyes first. I have extremely watery eyes, and so once my eye starts watering on matte shadows, the look is pretty much over. So I wanted to do my eyes first in case it messes up, and then I have to start over again, because to be honest, this is not the first time I'm trying this look. So I'm going to use the shadows all the way across the top. I'm going to focus on Desert Sand, Musk, Eden, and Oud, and we'll see what we come up with. So the first shade I'm going to take is the shade Desert Sand, and I'm going to place this all over my eyelid. I did already prime my eye using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot and a translucent powder. The next shade I'm going to go into is the shade Eden, and I'm going to use a Makeup Forever 228 brush, and I'm going to apply that to the center portion of my lid. I am sort of working this out outward because I am going to intensify the outer portion of the lid anyway. On a Morphe E28 brush, I'm going to take the shade Musk, and I'm going to work that on the outer V as well as my crease area. Now, for whatever reason, my left eye is always the easiest to do. I think it's not quite as hooded and it doesn't water as much as the other one. So if you're following along with the tutorial, definitely focus on this eye. It'll always be better. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that Eden shade. Now I'm going to take a MAC 219 brush. This is a pencil brush, and I'm going to apply the shade Oud. I'm going to focus it on the outer third of my eye, and then I'll blend it out with the Musk shade. So now I'm blending out with the Musk shade. Now to soften the edges, I'm going to go back in with the Desert Sand shade, and I'm just going to apply it near my brow bone and on the outsides. Alright, so now to make sure that the inner corners stay bright, I'm going to take the shade Desert Sand, and I'm going to apply it on the inner corners. Now with the Real Techniques angled brush, I'm just going to line my upper lash line, and I'm using the shade Oud. I'm gonna tightline the upper lash line. I'm using the Marc Jacobs highliner, and this one is in the shade Earthquake. Now because this look is so soft, I'm going to use brown mascara. But first I'm going to prime my lashes the way I always do with my MAC Prep and Prime lash primer. And for my mascara, I'm using Burberry Cat Lashes, and this one is in the shade Chestnut Brown. Alright, and that's what the eyes look like so far. Now I'm gonna go back and do my face makeup, and I will be right back. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and finish out the eyes. And for the lower lash line, I just want to keep it simple but add a little more smoky effect. So I'm going to go into the shade Oud, and I'm just going to tap that in with an angled liner brush, and I'm gonna focus it on the outer corners. And now with the MAC pencil brush, I'm going to take the shade Musk, and I'm going to smoke that out throughout the entire lower lash line and also underneath the Oud shade. Alright, and I'm going to take a slightly larger blending brush, and I'm just going to smoke that out. I do want to brighten the lower lash line, so I'm going in with my Rimmel London liner, and I'm just going to line the lower lash line. It makes a big difference. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of lower lash mascara. This is my MAC Giga Black. Alright, for my lip color, I'm going to use a Bobbi Brown Artistic Liquid Lip, and this is in the shade English Rose. I like this product, but I don't like the packaging. And that is the finished look. Hopefully you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the play look. So today I want to do something a little more cool tone, and I always worry about using cool tones because my skin is so warm, but I really want to use this Kevyn Aucoin Molten Lip Color in the shade Titanium that I picked up in New York City, and I really have been dying to use that, but I haven't had quite the right makeup look, so we're going to try to come up with it today. So I have already primed my eyes using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I set that using my Wet n Wild pressed powder in the photo focus line. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Desert Sand, and I'm going to go in all over my lid with that shade. I have already set my eyelid, but I do want to go ahead and apply a little bit of shadow to create a smoother base so that all the other shadows blend nicer on top of it. For my first transition, I'm going to go in with the shade Eden, and I'm going to be applying that using a MAC 217 brush. So I say I'm gonna create a cool tone look, and the first shade I go into is a warm shade. But I'm gonna use the purples in the palette, so I think that'll cool it down considerably. Next, I'm going to take the shade Blazing, and I'm just gonna go right underneath the Eden shade. And now I'm going to go into the Amber shade, and I'm going to deepen up the crease with that shade. I want this to be really focused, so I'm using my finest blending brush. This brush is so soft, I barely feel it touching my eyelid, but it is definitely applying the color. Alright, now with the largest of the three brushes, which was the MAC 217, I'm just going to diffuse all the colors together. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the shade Oud, and I'm going to use that on the outer third of my eye. So at this point, I'm going to use the shade Retrograde, and I'm going to pack that sort of over the Oud shade and a little bit further into the middle. Now, although the shade is applying nicely, it's not packing the punch that I wanted to, so I'm going to apply it damp. So I put the shadow on my brush, and I'm just going to dampen it with a little Fix Plus. There we go. Big difference. For my inner third, I want to go in with the shade Twilight, but I want it to really pack a punch. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to apply a little bit of a concealer and lay down Amethyst, and then put Twilight over top. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot for this process, and I'm just gonna go in and sort of cut the crease. I'm keeping my eyes downcast so that it doesn't start to crease, and then I'm going to go in with that Amethyst shade. I'm very glad I did my eyes first because I'm experiencing quite a bit of fallout. You can see it there on my nose. Let's get rid of that. And once I'm satisfied with the way that looks, which I think it's pretty good right now. It's definitely showing the purple vibe. Now I'm going to go into the shade Twilight. I definitely want to apply that wet, and I want to use a tiny brush. And you can see right away what a difference that makes. I love it. Okay, now I'm going back into the Retrograde shade just to blend the two together. It looks really pretty. This is like one of my favorite looks I've done in a while. I want to make a very thin black wing, so I'm going to use my gel liner and that same e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm using the Maybelline Blackest Black Eye Studio Gel Liner and the e.l.f. concealer brush. I find that this method actually gives me the thinnest possible line. Alright, I'm going to tightline using the Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Blacker. Next, I'm going to apply a little bit of eyelash primer, and I will follow that with mascara. I'm honestly not sure if I want to use falsies today, so I'm going to use a lengthening mascara. So I'm going to use the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I have mine in the shade Black. All right, here's the look so far. I'm really liking how it's looking. I'm gonna go and do my face makeup, and I will be right back. Alright, so I've done my face. I kept it very, very neutral. I'm wearing the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I'm in shade number 7. And I'm wearing a Tarte blush in the shade Prim, along with my Too Faced bronzer. My highlight is Fenty Beauty Chic Freak. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish off the lower lash line. I do want to carry the purple vibe underneath, so I am going to take the shade Amethyst and I'm going to put it all over my lower lash line. Actually, I want to really make the purple pop, so I'm going to take the Marc Jacobs highliner, and this one is in the shade Mist Me. And I'm going to place that all along my lower lash line, and I'm going to smoke it out underneath my lashes as well. So on a MAC pencil brush, this is a 219, I'm going to apply this all along my lower lash line. This is the shade Amethyst, and it's going to set the liner as well as intensify the purple. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this look so much. Are you guys loving it? I'm really having fun playing with this palette. So as you can see, I'm sort of like winging it out a little bit and having it meet my wing, and it's just so vibrant. I'm excited. I'm so ecstatic over it. Because my lips are going to be a little bit cooler, I'm going to try the shade Cashmere as my inner corner highlight, and I'm applying that using a MAC 228 brush. Alright, so just to tie everything together, I'm going to take the shade Eden, and I'm just going to run it underneath the purple to just finish off the look so that it doesn't end on a purple harsh line. Alright, and lastly, I'm just going to run a little bit of my IT Cosmetics Tight Line Mascara along my lower lash line. Because that's a cooler tone lipstick, I'm going to line my lips, and this is MAC Stone. Alright, and here we go. I hope this works. It really matches the inner corner highlight though. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing both sides of the Desert Dusk palette. Don't forget to leave your recommendation for future palettes to be featured in this kind of series in the comment section down below, and let me know which look was your favorite, whether you preferred the day look or the play look. Don't ever be afraid to experiment with makeup, because you can always take it off at the end of the day or immediately if necessary. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you very, very soon on my next video. Bye-bye!